Okay, quick little update on my Alocasia Jacklyns. They've been doing pretty well. This guy, I think he did lose a leaf when he grew a new one, so this is the newer one. But as you can see, he's finally got a new little shoot coming out here. And same for this one. We've actually just moved. We were in Canberra, Australia, which is quite cold and dry, and we have been having an absolute shocker of a spring. It wasn't getting above sort of 14 degrees Celsius most days, so as much as I would try to have the heating on and pump up the humidity with a humidifier and put in grow lights for them, they really didn't seem to just do anything. They just sort of maintained status quo. This little bud was sitting there for like 2 months, nothing was happening. And same with this guy, he just had like a little bump sticking out, but nothing would actually come out. So we've just recently moved up to Queensland, and today's 35 degrees and it is humid as hell. So obviously immediately these guys push out to new leaves coming, which is amazing. Also I had a bit of a spider mite issue with everything my life, but these guys are really hard to spot because I think the little hairs on the leaves are just like, can make it a little bit difficult. And I think this guy might still have a little bit, but I've also noticed like teeny tiny spiders roaming around, so I'm hoping that they might take care of those little pests for me. But basically care wise, so as you can probably see, I've got them in a pretty chunky mix, which they seem to like, and I have them in these clear pots, which I love because one, I can sort of see what the roots are doing, which helps when they're not pushing out new leaves. It's like something to look at and know that something is actually happening below the surface and that they're doing okay, as you can see here. And it also makes it easier to sort of keep an eye on the moisture level. So these guys I don't let dry out all of the way. Pretty much with the clear pots, you know, I'm just trying to look for some droplets. He's probably due for a bit of a water. But you can sort of see if there is moisture along the side of the pot, inside, like in the soil. And if there is, then I won't water them. And once it gets to the point where there's kind of not really much going on in there, then I'll give them a good drink again. Sunlight wise, they aren't in direct sunlight, obviously with every plant pretty much. The brighter light you can offer them, the better. They were probably in Canberra, maybe 2 feet away from a northwest facing window. And they also had artificial grow light over the top as well. I really do think it was just the cold and the dry that was impacting these guys. So if you're having trouble sort of getting them to pop out new leaves, you might want to have a look at that and see if there's some adjustments you can make. Otherwise, I'm really excited. It's probably, the garden here is lush, so I'm really hoping that I'll be able to find somewhere that I can actually just pop them in the garden, a nice little shady spot, and they can sort of flourish a little bit. There's a huge alocasia, I don't know if you can see from here, but you can't, out the back there. So I'm really excited to see what they do outside and get those sort of more mature forms when they're ready. If you have any questions, let me know, chuck it in the comments. Otherwise, have a great day.